A few years ago, women's boxing got a boost from the Academy Award-winning movie $1 Million Baby, and next year it will be in the Olympics for the first time.
Early show contributor Taryn Winterbrill is here with the story of another inspiring woman breaking through boxing's barriers. And good morning to you, Taryn.
Good morning. Punching.
Yes.
Sorry, more like it. Good morning, guys. 29-year-old New Yorker Christina Cruz is a breed apart. She's a female boxer with a dream to compete at next year's Summer Games in London. I was privileged to stand ringside as she trained.
Christina Cruz is on a mission to make her mark on history as one of the first women to box at the Olympics.
I get goosebumps when I think about it.
Her primary weapon? Her blazing speed and footwork that can make her next to impossible to hit.
She's only 112 pounds. How much power could she have? But when you get hit, pop, 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 like a machine gun.
Have you ever knocked anybody out?
Yes, I have.
Christina's elegant looks belie an inner toughness that makes her one of America's premier amateur boxers.
I mean, watching you in that ring, there's real heart, toughness, sheer toughness. Where does that come from?
It probably comes from being a Latina. Puerto Ricans are very proud people in everything we do.
Cruz has broken a hand and a nose on the way to winning 5 Golden Gloves, matching a record set by Olympic gold medalist Mark Breland.
Were you always into sports?
Yeah, I was sort of a tomboy growing up. I was raised with my 2 brothers, and my dad had got us involved at a young age playing baseball and basketball.
So how'd you get into boxing?
A friend of mine actually introduced me to the gym when I was about 22 years old, and immediately fell in love with it.
When you say sweet science, you look at her. You look at her train, you see the science of it.
Is there a level of fear when you step in that ring at all?
Not at all. No fear. Once that bell rings, everything goes out the window. I could be fighting Madison Square Garden, and the only person's voice I'll hear is my trainer's.
Christine is the perfect Olympic boxer because she's so focused on the sport. If you watch her in the ring, she reminds me of Sugar Ray Leonard. She sees everything coming. She sees every punch. She's very difficult to hit. And as soon as you miss, she makes you pay.
Using the ring to stay.
Life was tough for Christina growing up in New York's Hell's Kitchen, but now she's a role model for kids who fight at the Brooklyn club that sponsors her, who are learning the same life lesson.
It helped me get out the streets, and now I know I can do something with my life. Like, I know I have a potential to do something.
Pat Russo is the director at Atlas Cops and Kids Boxing Program, where sponsoring children who dream of one day becoming just like Christina is worth every penny.
It cost about $100,000 to incarcerate a youngster, a teenager, 20-year-old. It cost us to run this gym here about $35,000 through the mayor.
Training Christina is also a labor of love for Marco Suarez, who works as a building superintendent. He's coached dozens of Golden Glove champions, but Christina would be an Olympics first.
If she make it, that means I make it too, you know.
For Christina Cruz, being a woman and a boxer fits like hand in glove.
What took so long?
I don't know. A lot of people didn't agree with it that women should be fighting, but we're here now and we're here to stay.
We're rooting for her. The next step for Christina comes in February at the first ever Olympic trials for women's boxing in Colorado. That's when she'll join 7 other flyweight hopefuls in a bid to represent the United States at the 2012 Summer Olympics. So go, Christina.
Go, Christina. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Great work. Great work.
Not me, her.
Well, both of you. I'm glad we got the story,
Yeah.
and she's doing a great thing for the community.
Yeah, thanks.
Taryn.
All right, thank you.
Happy New Year. Coming up next, let's just imagine you got something you didn't want this holiday. Well, we have an answer for
Give me boxing gloves now. There you go. There's an idea.
That would be great.
All right. We have some tips on hassle-free returns because a lot of stores are shortening up the time period when you have to return it. You're watching The Early Show on CBS. Stick around.